We're victimized by the images we watch through the media, where if you're beautiful enough and get that complete makeover, and then you attract Mr. Right, and and it's like, okay, and you keep listing things in this and it's never enough. But when you go within, all I need to do is breathe, and I can be there. Because I can stop my matrix, desire-driven mind from doing its thing. And instead of fulfilling desires, I suspend desires. And that's a completely different chemistry. It's a completely different energy. And so it's like I can take a time out and say, I don't need anything to be happy. I don't need a relationship to be happy. Or if I do, it's a relationship with myself. And then out of that, I'm happy to engage in relationships, and I know hundreds, maybe thousands of people. But I don't need that to be happy. And so then I can begin to be a giver. Wow. Rather than a taker. That's luxury. One Thursday a month, people can ask satsang a question, so they put little questions in a box and the minister will answer them. And it's an interesting study for us to see how those questions have changed through the years. And I've been a monk now for over 33 years, so I've seen a lot of changes in this. And one of the subjects that's coming up recently and fairly consistently is about death. And we were talking about fear at some length, and I think that death is behind all fears because it's sort of the ultimate fear, because it's the unknown. And yet, what's fascinating to me about death is that the way I see it now is that life doesn't come to death. It's the other way around. It's death precedes life. Because in order to come to a new idea, I have to let go of an old idea. I have to die to a certain belief to even evolve or to grow. I have to let go of a particular fear to step into the unknown, right? So it's like learning the technology of death really allows or facilitates the process of life. And that's what's so fantastic about it, is that it's a potential. Because all death is fear. Because nothing can cease. Nothing comes to an end. In nature, it's all this infinity loop. There's no beginning, no end. It's all cosmic. So death is kind of a euphemism for fear. And once I understand how to process my fears through breathing techniques, through meditation that goes underneath the programmed matrix fear-filled mind, once I can like bypass that somehow, intuitionally or somehow, I can really scoot. I don't have to go through the labyrinth of all the fear matrix. And that's what's so exciting. So people, when they physically die, are in for the greatest Magic Mountain ride, because I think what happens is when the body and the mind shut down, it's like the matrix shutting down. It's like then it opens up because you were in the box and the box has just disappeared, and so you wake up laughing. My God, I worried about this and I worried about that, and I was, and it was all a cosmic joke. Back to irony. And people laugh when you tell them this because intuitively they know now. But we're so patterned in these collective fears of other people, because fear is so contagious, that we're in this syndrome that's really fear-driven. And so I'm not fluent with this death business. Let it go, let it go, let it go, to make room for the next. And then I become progressive, and then I become a hero. Because it's like the Lord of the Rings or anything else. It goes through these Joseph Campbell sequential archetypal steps. You have to leave the security and safety of the Shire, right? And you have to head east into Mordor, where the darkness lies.
On a quest.
Yeah, on a quest. And so it's like, basically, it's a metaphor for the darkness within myself. And so then you need a guide, you need a Gandalf or a wizard or a guru, somebody, right? But then he has to mirror you, and that's what they are, is mirrors, right? To show the little hobbits that I have really within myself more power than I thought to overcome. And that's the denouement, or the realization. And then you become the hero or the conqueror. And then you don't pray to a third-party God. You realize, I am God. We are one. Then you're a monastic. And then there isn't this duality. And then there can't be the dance of fear and love, because there's only one. And then it's this transcendent thing, which probably requires a whole new vocabulary. that can't be talked about in the Matrix. But that's the reality. This is not a philosophy. This is an actual journey that we will all go through when we die. And me personally, my goal is to die daily. It's like, let it go. Challenge this assumption. What is this fear all about? Because I know it's baseless. I know it's programmed. And so as I kill it and get rid of that fear, I make room for love to fill it. And I think that's the game that the saints and the masters are good at. And I think that's everybody's destiny, is to become not only saints and masters, but gods.